Hello and welcome to the Sunnyside studio with me, Aliza Shaname. As you would know, World Tourism Day is on the horizon, and the theme for this year is Sustainable Transformation. Today, I'm joined by the man who stands at the intersection of the two critical portfolios captured by this year's theme. He is none other than the Honorable Minister of Tourism and Environment, Thoriq Ibrahim. Mr. Thoriq, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
In the sunny side of life?
Yes, I am.
I want to begin by asking if you could describe the Maldives in 3 words to somebody who has not been here before but is willing to come here. What would be those 3 words?
Thank you very much. First of all, however, I would like to wish everyone who is working in the tourism industry a very happy World Tourism Day. It's a great industry that you guys are working. So I would like to wish them all a very happy World Tourism Day. As you said, the 3 words that I would like to describe the Maldives is nature, hospitality, and also the peaceful.
Nature, hospitality, and peace.
Yes,
3 words which
peaceful,
are
yes,
very familiar to us
Yeah.
and very much within the fabric of what it means to be a Maldivian. I wonder if you listen to music, or how often do you listen to music?
Very often.
Very often. Then my next question will be very easy for you, because I want to ask you if you could prescribe a national soundtrack for our tourism industry, what would it sound like?
It's the the album came out long time ago in 1990. It's the album by Zero Degree Toll, the Dhoni album. So
Dhoni
I think
album.
that's my favorite even up to now.
Any particular track from the album?
All the songs are very peaceful for me to listen, and I think that's one of my best albums still up to date.
Now, when we say Dhoni, it's something that's very close to our hearts as well, because
That's right, yeah.
for our viewers, Dhoni is actually the name of our traditional fishing vessel,
That's
which to this day remains a very integral part of our culture.
If you look at the sounds in that album, I think that's where that I like get my. It's so interesting, how they have actually gathered the sounds of on the Dhoni album. Each song has a different, unique sound that relates to that song. So I think that is one of the best for me.
So, from music to arts to fashion, world over, there are so many events which take place, and I'm sure that there are many people out there who would like to visit one of those festivals or events here in the Maldives. If there's any global event that you would like the Maldives to host, what would it be and why?
Definitely, it's Olympics, But I think I know football is in our blood, but I think if we have the Olympics, we have good athletes in the Maldives, and I think an event like Olympics will definitely and hopefully give us the chance to showcase what we have in the Maldives and participate in this global event. Will be something that will be very exciting and to showcase Maldives to the world.
The moment you mentioned athletics, what came to my mind was the fact that we have the distinction of having the fastest man in South Asia.
That's
in
right.
our country,
Yeah,
Hassan Said,
yeah.
among many other laurels that we have. Of course, in your capacity as the Minister of Tourism and Environment, you would have explored the Maldives to some extent, or to a very large extent, and maybe you've had experience discovering on your own some of our hidden gems. Are there any hidden gems or lesser known places or activities in this country that you would like our potential visitors to try out?
Yes, I think our food, we have a very authentic food, Maldivian food. We have different types of food, but it's very authentic and traditional to Maldives, So I think our tourists must try our authentic food in different parts of the Maldives, from north to south. If you look at, it's very different, that authentic food we have at the center of Maldives, on the southern parts of the Maldives and northern parts also. Everything is different. So I think in some of the authentic foods are a bit spicy, but I think it's something to try. And I think it is made of our local fresh ingredients. So I think that is something that we have to showcase more, and then the tourists must participate and experience this activity of our food as well. And going back to the question you asked about places, Maldives, we have a lot of mangroves, which is very very different from the other. I mean, the scenery is different. So mangrove ecosystem in the Maldives is something quite unique, very very unique and interesting. And I always get fascinated when I go and visit these unique mangroves. And yeah, if you look at the mangroves in the south and mangroves in the north, it's very different. I was there the other day on some of the islands in the north of Maldives, and each mangrove, the setting is different. So I think that is something that we can showcase, is a place that tourists must visit and experience. And then it can be also integrated with the future eco tourism models as well. So that's what we are trying to work right now, how we can integrate the mangrove systems with the ecotourism, and how visitors and our own citizens can go and actually experience the place. That's an experience that should never miss when you come to Maldives.
I myself have experienced the beauty of our mangroves,
That's
especially
right.
the island of Kelikurudu in Non Atoll.
It's one of the best, and I mean there are several, and then each mangrove system is very very unique, and the way the mangrove systems are working is also unique. So we have to look after the mangrove systems, and we have to showcase that also to our visitors, to our own people, Maldivians as well. So I think we need to open up and then showcase that.
And it's also worth mentioning in the same vein that the mangrove apple or kurlava is
That's
a
right.
very rare delicacy. We make juices with it. It's also part of our food as well. Now, Minister, when you mentioned your favorite places, you did give us some examples, but when you mentioned food, you did not give any examples. So I want to ask you, what is your favorite food from our cuisine?
There are several, cuisines of the food that I like. I mean, if you look at the southern part of Maldives, it's the ala, that is the taro,
Yes.
ala, and then ala gardia, and also the whole ala gardia mixed with chili and coconut honey. So this is something that I really like for a long, long time. And if you look at in the north, in Kurdufushi area, the masbondi is something that's very, very unique to that part of the northern part, especially in Kurdufushi. So if you look at that in the central part of Maldives, in Ariatol, there is like in southern Ariatol, the people actually make the special bondi bag with it's in red color, so
A sticky rice.
yeah, sticky rice. So it's different from different part, and it's very nice. So so you have very different types of cuisine and food that you can actually really experience. In Addu, if you go, it's also again bondi is something that you can have it. It's different. So I think if one actually looks into details, there's a lot of different type of foods, cuisine that's available in the Maldives. If you go to Lamatul, it's in Gola Rihay or
Gola Rihay,
Gola Rihay,
yes.
yeah. So that is also
Fishbowl curry.
yeah, fishbowl curry. So it's very different. You don't see anywhere in the Maldives. I think there are variations, but that's where it came from. So if you look at like that, I think we can actually have a very good mix of different type of foods and different type of cuisines that actually you can really showcase.
I think that's a very interesting fact that you mentioned. I'm sure a lot of mouths are watering right now, including mine.
Yeah.
You mentioned that in the north we have masboni, which
Yeah.
is like a fish roll, and then down south we have the sweet counterpart, which is addu bondi, made of coconut as well. It's no surprise that, given the fact that 99.7% of our territory is nothing but water, the oceans, most of our cuisine is fish based.
That's
But
right.
is there any other fun fact that our viewers should know, according to you?
Yeah, there is a very important fun fact that you should actually know is that I'm always fascinated by the fact that the reef system in the Maldives is actually the seventh largest reef system in the world, and also the fifth most diverse in the world. So that's something that we are very proud of.
That's an excellent piece of information. We're very proud of our biodiversity, and we also have UNESCO Biosphere Reserve as well in Atoll.
We have actually three UNESCO
Yes.
places, one in Bato, one in Adru, and one in Formosa, and we are very proud of those places. And
Now, I want to ask you about a very important sector of our demographics, which is the youth. Now, as you would know, the youth comprise 45% of our population, and there are many youths working in the tourism sector as well. What is your advice for young people who want to join this important sector?
I think tourism sector is a very important sector. Over the past 50 years, we have grown tourism from very small industry to the largest industry where we earn the the largest foreign currency, and that is the main economic driver of this country, the tourism sector. So I think it is important for the young people to know that there are so many career opportunities in the field, and there's a lot of potential fields within the tourism industry that they can actually grow, and I think my advice is that you just have to start, and then find out, so, and then go. There's so many very big career opportunity, and they're in our tourism industry.
So I guess your advice to them would be just go for it.
Yes,
Just
that's right.
plunge into the deep end of the pool or the water.
Yeah,
You never know
that's right.
what fortune you might
That's
strike.
right. That's right.
Speaking
And now, like they have opened up the local tourism is thriving. So I think one can actually stay in their own island and then work as well.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, out of the 182 inhabited islands we have in the country, at least 107 have guest houses functioning on them, which I think also represents an exciting opportunity for young people to contribute to the sector. Speaking of tourism, I've always wondered this myself as well. Right now, the government of Maldives has embarked on a mission to transform the Maldives into a fully developed country under the theme Resilient Maldives 2045 or Vilunteri Raje Dehasaris. What do you think are the priorities for tourism in the grand scheme of this Vision 2045?
Yeah, I think the one of the priorities is that the to ensure that that benefit of tourism reaches all for everybody in the Maldives, and then make sure that the tourism growth is there on all corners of the Maldives, and the benefits reaches everybody in the Maldives. Plus, we wanted to make sure that we strengthen the resiliency of Maldives tourism. So we make sure that it is resilient, that we can actually grow with resiliency the tourism. And another key priority is working with the industry partners and stakeholders as we work towards the sustainable growth and development of this sector. So we want to really work with the industry partners and stakeholders to make sure that they also drive in the driving seat for us to go forward.
Now, if we look at the statistics of those who visit the Maldives, we see that we can classify or categorize them into three neat segments. So you have the luxury segment, you have the mid range, and then you have the budget as well. There have been changes, as you mentioned, because guest house tourism is on the rise, and more people are choosing to visit local islands and contribute to the local economy as well. How do you foresee the shifting demands within the tourism industry?
Yeah, that's a very interesting and important question that you're asking. Our tourism industry has always kept up with the changes in various expectations and their changing preferences. So as we go along, we are changing the what the tourists wants. I think the first step is to understand the market trends of the tourists who are coming, and then what drives those preferences, and ensure that we pivot to keep update the changes. So we have to keep on we have to be at the forefront to make sure that we actually track the latest change and then give that experience to the travelers who are coming in. I think now the travelers usually most of the travelers come for an experience. We need to give them more experiences. So I think now in Maldives we are diversifying to give them more experiences. If you go to local island, they will get more local experiences, our culture, our people, how they live and how they work, they can experience. And if you go to a resort, there's other experiences where they can have the different type of cuisines available, world class, top class restaurants are there as well. And then but if you go to um, a safari boat, then it's another experience. So I think the guests who are or tourists who are coming to Maldives and everywhere in the world, they are now looking for an experience that they can take back with them and then come back again. So I think we need to give them the experience, and what they take should be memorable when they go back.
So it's not just about the tangible souvenir that they take home.
No,
It's
no,
also about
no.
the intangible experience.
That's the experience. I think everybody, all the tourists, that if you look at the trends right now, it's the experience they are looking for, and that's what they are paying for.
Speaking of the trends, technology is the code word of the 21st century, and we here in the Maldives are trying to make sure that within the next 3 years we have Maldives 2.0 in full swing. How do you integrate or plan to integrate technology into promoting Maldives tourism on the world stage?
As you know, technology is at the forefront. Technology has been advancing at an incredible pace right now, and we have to actually need to adapt to the changes of the technology changes. I think every one of us who are in the tourism industry has to have we kept know what are the changes that is happening with the technology. I think the we need to harness the power of AI and digital technology. That is where we are right now, because when a tourist want to come to a specific destination, if it is Maldives, then I think they should be able to get every information, all the information they want from their bedroom while they are lying on the bed. They should be able to book their holiday. They should be able to pay their holidays, and they should be able to read on, or maybe interactively immersed in and see what they will be coming and seeing on the real life. So I think we need to go beyond what we have right now using the AI technology, and also we should not stop here. We should also use the technology to make every step of the visitor's journey seamless and easy for them to come and come to Maldives, or and then when they go back, and they should be able to take that the journey of Maldives with them, so that the experience they had can live throughout their life.
So the journey to Maldives and from Maldives does not end when you take that flight back home.
That's
It
right.
still follows you everywhere
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
Very interesting point. Um, I've always wondered, we the Maldivians have been living here for over 4,000 years on these islands, and we have developed our own cultural identity as well. And on the luxury tourism side, we have this unique one island, one resort concept that we've preserved for such a long time. How do you make sure that our cultural identity is harmonized with our need for luxury tourism?
I think we need to approach this in multiple angles, integrate more opportunities to visitors and to engage with Maldives culture and tradition. So I think the key is that they should be able to engage with the Maldivian culture. Previously, I think there was not much engagement with our culture and the tradition. But now, I think if you look at even the tourist resorts, they have programs where they bring the tourists to the local island for the local island experience, and then engage with the locals. I think this should actually be increased, and that integration of bringing more tourists to the local islands for the experience, Maldivian experience, is something important. So Maldivian culture and tradition should be showcased at the forefront, or whenever tourists come to Maldives, be it in the resort or be it in the local islands. And I think that is something that we should, and then we should showcase our food, as we discussed earlier. We
Yes.
have excellent cuisine in the Maldives, and then also we have our music as well, so Boduberu and the other Thara and all the other type of musics, so, and then Ravaru is so these are things that we should actually bring bring up and then show to the tourists that we also have a very rich heritage, very rich culture, very good music that can be showcased. I think this needs to be brought to the fore and then showcased. And then the local tourism, there's a great opportunity for this as well, and it's growing. And I think we also need to remember that such efforts can also be a mechanism for job creation, and livelihood as well. So job creation with the local tourism is also something that we have started seeing. There's, like, if you look at the islands where you have the local tourism, everybody is involved in some sort on the local tourism, be it a boat mechanic, electrician, or a waiter, or somebody who runs the guest house, or somebody who runs the restaurant. So they all are involved in the local tourism, and it's thriving. So I think that is something that we have to be more engaged, and we have to be more really engaged and see how this we can drive this, and make sure that by doing this we actually preserve our culture, the Maldivian identity as well.
As you said, it takes a full village, or an island in this case, to make sure that our tourists are happy and that they get a glimpse into our culture, which we work so hard to preserve. And you also mentioned Ravaru, which is an ancient form of spoken word poetry that we have in our country, and also some instruments that we use to make our music. What are the benefits to local communities of having local tourism out in the open?
I think there are lots of benefits. I think it's been around 10 or 12 years that the local tourism actually started in the Maldives. If you look at the islands, when I visit islands, everybody talks about building a guest house, building a dive school, and then trying to give service to the tourists who come to the island. So there are the economy. If you look at islands who who are thriving with local tourism, everybody benefits, and the local economy is growing. Everybody is having work. Everybody has having job opportunities, and I think the economic the economy in that island is growing, so I think that's where we are, and then that's where the local economy has started growing. And I think everybody, if everyone has work, I think there's less issues, in the community. So I think that's something. And then there's uh, the direct the and also I think with this local economy growing, we are also partly experiencing the local culture growing, like sustaining the local culture, and keeping the natural beauty of the islands. Maintaining the natural beauty of the island was a key thing that everybody in those islands now want. They want to make sure that their island is kept nice, tidy, and clean, so that the visitors, when they come, they enjoy the island, and then it's also a marketing tool
Yeah.
for the local land. So I think now, if you look at, there is competition among local islands, saying that our island is much better than the next island, and we are doing something that is different from the other islands. So they're trying to find unique ways of trying to give the tourists their local experience, so that their own island is marketed better than the next island. So I think these are some of the things that's happening right now in the local tourism islands. So they have competition right now.
A healthy sense of competition.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm sure it's a win-win situation for all parties involved at the end of
That's
the day.
right. Yeah.
I was just wondering, since we're talking about tourism, we also need to talk about the policy side of life, not just the sunny side of life. So, returning to the policy side of life, I'm curious to know, what is your take on this? The connection between tourism and environment under the theme of sustainability. How do you foresee that?
Yeah, that's something very, very important. I think when you talk about tourism, the environmental sustainability is something, because if you look at the tourist exit survey, more than 65 to 70% of the tourists who arrived in Maldives, when they go out of the Maldives, the exit survey shows they come to Maldives to see our natural beauty, to see our undersea world, the natural beauty, undersea world, the environment, the clean beaches. That's what they are coming for, and to experience the peaceful beaches and peaceful clean air as well, to experience, so to breathe the clean air in the Maldives. So these are things that a tourist, when they come, they are looking for, and then that's what they get in the Maldives. So I think environmental sustainability is the key pillar of the Maldivian tourism. That's what I think. It's one of the, and if not the main one, that's the main one. Our tourism industry has always been committed to environmental sustainability. It's always been committed to environmental sustainability. From the government side, we have been implementing policies, not only to regulate the tourism industry, but also incentivize environmental sustainability. So it's just incentivizing that, make sure that the incentive will take a long way the tourism sector. And as you know, President Dr. Mohamed Moise, one of the policy and is that that we have a target to reach 33% of our electricity to be renewable energy by 2028, and it's a prime example of this, that we are trying to actually have a sustainable tourism, and sustainability is the core of our Maldivian tourism industry. Resorts and the tourism industry will play a key role on this to make sure that this pledge is achieved, and then that actually benefits not only to 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 the people, but it benefits to the whole country. And also, I think that is something that the tourists are looking for. How do you generate electricity in the Maldives? You know, what harm does it give to the environment? So we can actually showcase this. 33% of our electricity, be it in the resort or be it in the capital or be it in the cities, it will be generated. 33% will be generated by renewable energy. So we have like that several examples.
So we're just scratching the surface of so many possibilities and initiatives which are underway as we speak. I'm just wondering, how do you translate this sustainability ethos, this vision, into real outcomes for our future generations?
That's again a very good question. I hope that the future generation will inherit a Maldives in its inherit the Maldives in its all natural beauty, so that there is no change. So to do this, we need to do a lot of work right now. Whatever we do, we need to do it sustainably, and a Maldives that is resilient and prosperous and is a place where everyone can live a very, very happy life.
Finally, World Tourism Day is on the horizon and the theme is sustainable transformation. What is your message to the world?
Come to Maldives and experience our culture, our hospitality, and our people.
Culture, hospitality, and people. Thank you so much, Minister, for your time.
Thank you.
That's it for our podcast with me, Ali Jashanamir, signing off from the Sunnyside studio. See you next time.